Alright guys, it's time to look at STRK or Starknet on the channel once again. Now we looked at this actually on this candle right here on May the 9th. And we're pretty much at the same point we were then. So let's take a quick look at this. Now you can see we're still making higher lows, so that's a good thing, guys. And we haven't been able to really seal a candle above 19 cents and hold it. So every time we get above it, we fall back down. Here we got rejected. Here we sealed a candle above it, but we fell back down the next day. So twice we just fell down recently, and we haven't been really above that point since beginning of March. You can see all the way back here, guys. So March the 4th. Now that's 2.5 months ago. So I do think Starknet is starting to pick up some momentum. Now let's take a quick look here at the RSI and the Stoke. So I think this has probably just gone really sideways, and everything is kind of probably reset. But let's see. The daily actually looks okay. It's pretty low and turning to the upside now. The RSI is also right in the middle. It's turned up to the upside as well. Pretty heavily to the upside, I should say. Now, weekly time frame is getting a little bit overbought here. So that's actually not a good sign. Now it's pretty low on the RSI. It's just kind of sloping up barely. Let's see if this has a monthly. I don't think this is going to have a monthly just yet. Yeah, it's just barely printing the RSI, and there's no Stoke yet. So let's go to the lower time frames. A little bit overbought now on the Stoke and as well as the RSI. So that also isn't that great. The 1 hour is coming down pretty heavily here. Looks like it's going to get into the oversold territory shortly. And RSI is just kind of flirting with being overbought. 15-minute coming up out of the oversold territory and kind of going sideways, maybe slightly down here on the RSI. So that looks different than what I expected. I expected that things would be a little bit more oversold. So yeah, in my opinion, guys, it may get up here to this 19-cent mark once again, and kind of go sideways a little bit more before breaking. Now, another thing I need to point out is we have this trend line as well. This has been holding Starknet down for a very long time. So if I go back and just show you this real quick. Yeah, this extends all the way back to April of 2024. So we had a hit here, we had a hit here, we had a hit here, and we haven't been able to break back above. So that's another thing that we have to get above, soon. But like I said, 19 cents on a daily time frame is next resistance. So that's weaker resistance, really. Now this 22.62 line here, this is a weekly resistance, so this is a little bit stronger resistance to get above. And then we have almost 25 cents to get above. So there's 3 resistances right now before we reach this trend line. So I don't know if we'll reach it soon. I don't think we're going to meet it in the next day or two, but maybe in a week. Maybe we kind of trend sideways and we meet it before we even meet this green line. We'll see, guys. But right now, it's having a nice little candle today. Just, on the RSI and the Stoke, looks like it's just going to, kind of, I guess, just teeter out or we'll see what happens. But I just think it's not going to break 19 cents. If it does, okay, probably won't break the 22 for sure, though. Now, I want to look at this volume profile as well, guys. I know this is a little bit hard to see, but the candle is over here where my little pointer is, and this is a pretty, big candlestick here. So once we get above that 19 cents range, the volume drops off quite heavily. Now we do have some, let's just say, medium-sized nodes or candlesticks here, but basically from like 26 cents up to about 33, 34 cents, there's almost nothing traded here. So once we get above that, we're really going to zoom up, and then we kind of meet this medium size, candlestick here. And basically from about 37 cents up to about 41.5 cents, let's say, you have this little bit bigger candlestick, and then the volume drops off pretty drastically. Now, taking a look at the tokenomics of Starknet here, guys, the all-time high was $4.41 according to CoinGecko. You're getting about a 96% discount. Now, keep in mind there's 10 billion supply. Circulating is about 31% of that at the moment. And yeah, you can see my holdings here. I'm a little bit down. I have DCA'd actually recently into this. And yeah, my net average cost is about almost 22 cents. So now I want to go back and look at this because I don't think this is completely right. I think on the Binance chart it's a bit higher. There was this wick. Yeah, it's right here at about $7.70, 75. You know, let's just say $8. But yeah, it did make it actually up to here, and that might have been on the first day or two. But yeah, this is the weekly candle. Now, I do want to take a look at this Fibonacci as well, guys. And, you know, it actually says that Starknet could reach about an $8 high if we look at the Fibonacci and we consider all of this. Now, do I personally think it's going to reach $8, Starknet? I haven't really heard much about it lately. There was a lot of hype about this project in the very beginning. So, you know, probably I would say it's good to take profit anywhere between about this $3.15 mark up to about $5. I think it could make it here. I just don't know if it's going to make it back up here to where it, you know, wicked up to. I just think that was a lot of hype, but it's not a bad project. Just, you know, it needs time, guys. And we'll see. Maybe I'm proven wrong. Maybe this goes to $40, $50, $80. Who knows? But I'm probably going to start taking profit somewhere in between here. Taking a look at Bitcoin real quick, guys. It is actually at 1111113 or whatever it is. So we have like what, 5 ones and a 3. So that's pretty interesting to see. It has actually hit what is it, 112,000 today. Now it's almost at this little technical target here at about 115,000. Now keep in mind this was this long cup and handle that we formed over years, guys. So a conservative target, I just put it kind of in the middle here. And yeah, the conservative target is up here at about $115,000. You know, maybe if I put it a little bit more towards this green line, you know, yeah, it could be 120, 125. But actually, you know, you kind of have a neckline right here. So that's why I put it down here. But yeah, this handle actually goes a little bit above that. But, you know, this is just an estimate, guys. So, you know, just take it as it is. It can't, you know, it's not going to be 100% correct. But yeah. Anyways, let's take a look at Ethereum, guys. It is breaking out of this flag here, and we looked at this earlier today, and the target is up here at about 3,200. Now, I haven't marked off any weekly resistances above. I probably should do so because I kind of have been forgetting to do that. But we do have these Fibonacci levels that it will have to break before it gets to about 3,200. So, yeah, it is looking good right now. And the last like 4 days have been, you know, green. So, you know, it's looking more positive for Ethereum, but it still has a lot of work to do, I can say. I'm still not a big Ethereum bull. I never will be. There's just better projects, guys. But this is the leader of the alts, so we have to take it as it is. Now, taking a quick look at the market cap here, excluding Bitcoin, we're working on 1.25 trillion, sitting at 1.24 at the moment. So let's see if we can clear that, get up to 1.31, then 1.34. Now, the dominance, I just want to point this out that it has kind of gotten a rejection here at what I like to call the cycle high, which was this day that we had such a gain. I don't think Bitcoin ever had such a gain in dominance in one day. I think that was the largest, if I remember correctly. I think that's what I heard. So, you know, let's see. I hope this is the start of another, you know, downward, you know, move. We do have to break this trend line, and then we have to break 60.46. And then I'll say we probably won this war, and, you know, we're going to see an altcoin season after that. But hey, one step at a time. It is a red candle. You know, hey, it's better than green. Now, altcoin season index, I tried to refresh this right before the video. It's still 22. I made a video earlier today. It was also a 22. Now, the dollar index is getting a little bit green today, but, you know, nothing significant really. 24-hour liquidation heat map, guys, has come down from a little bit earlier. I think it was over 400 something, maybe 450. It's at 326 now, so that's not bad. Only 326 million wrecked. Greed, we're still in greed. We've been in greed for what, like 11, 12 days now. If I go down to this chart, guys, you'll see that basically on the 9th of May, so what is that, like 13 days ago, we've just been between 70 and 74 on the fear and greed chart, guys. So yeah, we're still in greed. Now, bull market peak indicators, guys, still 0 from 30. It's 100% hold, so nothing really to report there. Pie cycle top indicator moving very slow. Looks like it's curving up, in my opinion. Now, the economic calendar for next week, guys, because tomorrow is empty. We do have some things, coming up, like durable goods. We got HPI, we got consumer confidence, we have PCE, we got, jobless claims as usual. We have, what is this, more personal spending, Chicago PMI, Michigan numbers. So a lot going on next week compared to this week. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. Now, looking at FedWatch tools, it looks like 95% still thinking we're not getting a cut. Now, let me point out, it's still 26 days away, so this can really change. Crypto bubbles, looking pretty good today. There's just a few reds here, but mainly we're in the green. Now, if you want to stake your Starknet, guys, go to Coinindo. There's only 2 deals, though, that it found, and it doesn't show Binance, so I think Binance is where I have mine staked. Don't stake yours on xt.com, guys. They stole my Casper, and I have made a YouTube short that gives most of the details, not all details there, about what they did. And yeah, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, and check out some of the deals below in the description with the exchanges that I'm a partner with. And guys, if you want to become a member of the channel for only $2, I will forward some of these MEXC measurements that, affect Bitcoin. I'm not going to forward everything, of course, guys. But keep in mind, MEXC, it's a very good tool because they have charts, statistics, they have articles here. There's a lot going on other than just these measurements, although this is a pretty big part of it. They do have a lot of things that you can use for trading, especially on the stock market. Now, this seems to work with crypto as well. Much of this, MEXC can be used for crypto, I should say. But anyways, guys, like I said, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.